line G passes through the origin and the point 2, -2. Line H has a slope of 2, passes through the point 5, 4. If line G and H intercepts, very key information, at the point F, T, what is the value of 2F minus T? Okay, this question is from Slope-intercept word problem. So let's write down the formula for this first, which is y equal to mx plus b. Some persons say is y equal to mx plus c. That changes nothing. Where this is your slope and this is your intercept. That's your y-intercept. Let's go ahead and solve this question. So for the first thing we need to know, for line G, it says passes through the origin. Because it passes through the origin, we'll have the point 0, 0 for x and y. Then we'll have another point which is 2, -2 for x and y. This can help us to solve for the slope of line G. So y equal to mx plus b. Since we have 0, 0, it simply means we don't have an intercept for this. So we can actually use this point and solve for our slope. So substituting, we can have that y is -2 and we don't know what's m yet, that's the slope, and then x is 2. So we just substituted this into this equation, and then for b is 0 because we actually crossed through the origin. So from here we can have that -2 is equal to m multiplied by 2 gives us 2m. So from here we can actually divide both sides by 2 to make n subject of formula. So doing that, we have -2 over 2 is equal to 2m over 2. The 2's cancel out, and then we'll have that -1 is equal to m. So therefore our slope, so let me still put it down, slope is equal to -1. So now we have -1 as the slope. We can write the general equation as y, okay, remember is y equal to mx plus b. So we can now have it as y equal to -x, that's -1 of, that's the slope is -1 multiplied by x. So -x, no, you cannot say plus b because of is a 0, so plus 0. This is our equation. Okay, let's go to line H. So for line H, look at line H, it has a slope of 2 and passes through the point. So if we bring the formula y equal to mx plus b, and then we'll have the point 5, 4. So this is your x and this is your y. Let's put that into this equation with slope. So they gave us slope as 2. That becomes, let's substitute, y is 4 is equal to slope is 2 bracket x is what here, x happens to be 5, then plus b. So we're solving for b right now. 4 is equal to 2 times 5 is 10 plus b. So what we'll do at this point, we subtract 10 from both sides. So 4 minus 10 is equal to 10 minus 10 plus b. So this is -6 is equal to b. Therefore b is equal to -6. Okay, so the general equation for this becomes, okay, using y equal to mx plus b becomes that y is equal to 2x minus 6. So the intercept is -6 and then the slope is 2. And they said if line G and H intercept at the point F, T. So when we talk about intercepting, it talks about where they meet. So when we talk about where they meet in this context, it simply means that they're going to be equal to each other. So this is the first equation from, okay, let's say equation G, and this is the equation for line H. So let's equate them. We now have -x is equal to 2x minus 6. I just took out the y and make them equal to each other. This simply means they are intercepting. From here, let's solve. We can actually subtract -2x from both sides to have -x, -2x is equal to 2x minus 2x minus 6. So this goes away and we'll have -3x is equal to -6. So divide both sides by -3. We'll have -3x over -3 is equal to -6 over -3. let's cancel out the negative 3 is here, cancel out, equal to, so here is the minus cancel out, and then we have 2 here. Now remember, when we talk about this f comma t, so let me put it down here, f comma t simply means x comma y. So when they intercept, our x value is 2, so we'll have 2 for this. So let's substitute this x into any of the equation, whether equation for h or equation for y, and then we solve for what we have. So doing that, we are going to have y is equal to 2x minus 6. So let's do that. Substituting x as 2 here gives us that y is equal to 2 bracket 2 minus 6. That becomes y is equal to 4 minus 6. And if you do that, 4 minus 6 gives you a negative 2. So we have negative 2 for the t value. Okay, so the final thing we are asked to solve for is 2f minus t, right? So let's substitute. We'll have 2 brackets, f is 2, and then minus t is t minus 2. Doing that, 2 times 2 here is 4. Minus 2 gives us what? A plus, so that's plus 2, and the final answer is 6. Okay, so it was quite a simple question. It's just for you to understand how everything works. Have a nice time. Thank you for watching.